Sunlight Entertainment presents 10 people you won't believe actually exist. Pan Xianhang, the fish boy. A young boy in China has been dubbed fish boy because he is covered head to toe in itchy scales. The boy suffers from a severe case of ichthyosis, after the ancient Greek word for fish, which is a rare and inherited skin disease that is as of now incurable. Pan Xianhang, who is just 8 years old, was born with a rare and incurable genetic disease that sees skin cracking all over his body. According to Examiner.com, it also affects his ability to sweat, causing him to overheat. He is also always at risk from secondary skin infections which could lead to systemic infections if not treated properly. Mercedes Talamante. When Mercedes Talamante mysteriously doubled in weight, she thought it was just a sign she was getting old, but after weeks of nagging from her daughter, she finally went to see a doctor, who found she actually had a 132 pounds tumor. The huge growth, thought to be the largest tumor of its kind, had developed on the Mexican woman's ovaries and was almost half her weight. The ovarian tumor grew for 5 years until it was almost half of her total body weight, with the Mexican woman barely able to move for the last 24 months. Myra Hills. This is Myra Hills, the woman who loves big boobs and has put her money where her mouth is by getting surgery to continually increase her breasts to their current size. Myra Hills is a German model and she is now known for having the largest breasts in the world, and this is on her skinny frame. Myra is professionally known as Bashine, which is the name she uses for her own website. She calls her big boobs Booby and Doobie. Mandy Salers Proteus syndrome. Mandy Salers, who had one of her 5 stone legs amputated, was horrified when it began to grow back at great speed. Mandy Salers of Accrington, Lancashire, suffers from a rare condition in which she has gigantic feet and legs but a slim, size 12 body. She was told by doctors that her left leg was infected with septicemia and could kill her if it was not cut off. But 22 months after the surgery, her limb began to balloon again. Pixels Entertainment guarded. Lizzie Velasquez. Elizabeth Ann Lizzie Velasquez is tagged the world ugliest woman. She was born with a rare congenital disease that, among other symptoms, prevents her from accumulating body fat. She has also been diagnosed with Marfan syndrome. Her conditions resulted in relentless bullying during her childhood and ultimately inspired her to take up motivational speaking. The eldest of 3 children born to Rita and Guadalupe Velasquez, Lizzie was born on March 13, 1989 in Austin, Texas. Born 4 weeks prematurely, her birth weight was only 1.219 kilograms. Jose Mester tumor head. Jose Mester's face was consumed by a 12-pound tumor, an explosive growth of blood vessels that blinded him in one eye and invaded his mouth, making it difficult to breathe and nearly impossible to eat. Doctors in his native Portugal had given up hope that they could operate on the 53-year-old former traffic guard, and Mester had resigned himself to the fact that he surely would die. Mester's journey took him from Portugal to St. Joseph Hospital in Chicago last year, where plastic surgeon Dr. McKay McKinnon performed 3 risky procedures to save the man's face. Hazel Jones. Hazel Jones always wondered why she suffered from terrible cramps and heavy periods during puberty, but it wasn't until she turned 18 that she was given her astonishing diagnosis. She had 2 vaginas. The blonde 27-year-old from High Wycombe 2 separate uteruses and cervixes as well, but she told ITV's This Morning she was comfortable with having the condition, despite the fact she had to effectively lose her virginity twice. She added, "If women want to have a look, I'm quite happy to show them. It's not something I'm embarrassed by." She added that she once asked a school friend which hole she should use for a tampon, but became too embarrassed to continue the conversation after her friend thought she meant she put it up her bottom. Double dick dude. Snakes and lizards have what is called hemipenis, which is essentially a 2-headed penis. 2 penises on one organism might sound pretty wild, but did you know it can occur on humans as well? One man who has 2 fully functional penises goes by diphallic dude, or double dick dude, which morphed into DDD, as he is committed to keeping his real identity private. He is an American man in his mid-20s, living out on the East Coast. Benjamin Button Brothers. Two brothers, Matthew, 39, and Michael Clark, 42, have developed an age-reversing disease, which has abruptly halted their adulthood and instead leaves them behaving like young children. They both had jobs and were able to have normal relationships until their mannerisms became more and more childlike, just like in the film The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. They have now been forced to move back home with their parents in Lincoln and ex-RAF Regiment. Michael is now estimated to have a mental age of 10 and is said to giggle constantly. After their behavior started to change, the brothers were eventually diagnosed with terminal leukodystrophy. Alfie Clamp. Brave Alfie Clamp was born blind and with severe disabilities, which led doctors to carry out various tests. They revealed his 7th chromosome has an extra strand of material which has never been documented anywhere in the world before. Doctors are baffled at his condition, which is so rare it does not have a name. Alfie, from Nuneaton Works, can now see, and he will have an operation this month to fix an intestinal problem caused by his condition. When he was 6 weeks old, doctors discovered he had a rare abnormality in his DNA. What are you waiting for? Please subscribe to our channel and check out our other amazing videos, audios.